Okay, hello, and welcome back to another Rise of Empires Ice and Fire video. I am Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for all your views, comments, likes, subscriptions, etc. I really appreciate it. It helps me very much. I'm speaking low, and I'm speaking secret. Today, guys, we're going to talk about a Reign of Chaos tactic. I think this is the third video I've made on Reign of Chaos tactics. I haven't made one for a little while. And we're going to talk about a tactic called the Long Road. I'm unsure. Well, no, there's no reason for me not to say this. This is not like a hidden tactic. It is a tactic that we as an alliance have used several times this season and last season. This season definitely to very good effect. And the Long Road is about attacking with a bit of subterfuge and strategy. You can see here, this is our Alliance 1, Center 1, this is Alliance Center 2, and this is Alliance Center 3. Our Alliance Center 1 is obviously quite well defended. So if somebody wanted to attack us, they're going to have to come through quite hard. There is obviously the new Destroyer Dragon or Destructing Dragon or whatever it's called, and that helps things a lot. Another tactic is to employ the Long Road. And what we can see here is an alliance called PVD, who we fought on, I don't know, a few days ago. I don't know when this video will go out, so they were a few days ago. And you can see that they have attempted to start a Long Road. So we beat them in the duel by using this strategy, the Long Road. We spent 2 days prior to the duel building a road of tiles 500 kilometers long from the desert all the way through to their Alliance Center 3, I believe it was, which took us a long time. Now PVD started to do the same thing at the end of our duel. It still hadn't finished, but they started to build this road. I don't know why. Because we beat them and they moved away by 10 places, we will not be facing each other again. This is also the end of the Rock season for us. This is the last duel, will be probably over by the time I put this video up. And we definitely wouldn't have been opponents. So I don't know why they started building this Long Road. There was nobody else and nowhere else to go for them. But I guess they were thinking that could be their tactic. I don't think they'd ever used it before, but as a tactic it does work. It takes an enormous amount of effort. You need a good 5-10 players to probably stay up overnight, and they need to be finished 8 hours before the duel starts so that their stamina can regenerate, and they need to be able to move in a straight line undetected for 500 kilometers. What this means is that because you can only place I hate this little arrow. I can never get this one. Yeah, because it's taking me back. Because you can only place a rally point either near Alliance Center 1 or no, the first rally point you place can only be in Band 1, which is the desert. Yeah, so it's this area. So if we wanted to attack this place here, the closest we could put an alliance a rally point would be here, which is roughly about 500 kilometers in distance. We can get around that by, during the days preceding the duel, we are still able to visit the enemy state, and we are able to take tiles. Now, in order to take tiles, we needed one tile first. You can't just take tiles randomly. You can't just teleport over there and take a tile. So what you need to do when you're setting up your first duels, when you're having your first fights, is at some point before the duel is over, and say you're in state 71, is place a rally point over here if you can, and take one tile and then remove your rally point. This tile will hopefully go undetected. When you then need a tile within state 71 in order to attack somebody, you have that tile, and that's where you can start your road from. So during the early part of this season, Rock Season 2, we made sure to leave strategic tiles across many different states. Well, the states that we knew we would be versus, so that if we wanted to, we had the option of coming back and doing the long roads. Unfortunately, the tile that we have placed for some of them was quite a fair way away, so we've ended up making roads over 500 kilometers long. Now, why do we do this? Why is this a good tactic? A, because we are very small. We are only 200 million power. We have only really about 25 active players. The rest are active, but they do not join in the Reign of Chaos duels. That will be rectified by season 3, of course. You know, we're not going to be sitting on our laurels forever. But we're very, very small. We don't have any castle level 25s, 24s. I think we've got one C23. So we need to be able to use our brains in order to be able to win. Currently, we have lost 2, I believe. And it's to the same people. Yes, we have lost 2, and it's to these guys on. Well done on them, but they are... What's the word? I don't know. They usually purposely choose teams that are a lot lower than them so that they can beat them. You know, I'm just saying. We try and match up, basically. We try to. But we've only lost 2, and a lot of these teams are a lot stronger than us. A lot of these teams have C25s, etc., etc. So we have to be smart in how we're doing stuff. The long road is a tactic that works well for us because we have the time over the night. Wow, that's a big dragon. Because we have the time, we can build the long road. I'm not going to say it's suitable in every occasion, but definitely what we have found is that, you know, we can't attack some of the... I mean, you know, if we were facing an alliance like ourselves, and the closest point we could get is, what, 95 kilometers away? Even more. Yeah, it's about 95 kilometers away. That's really hard for us. You know, even with the new dragon, that's really hard for us to get in there. So our best options is to attack the actual alliance center 2 or 3 first. Destroy that, get the double points, get the extra points from that, and then look at whether or not we can go to their alliance center 1. But to be honest, most of our wins are coming from destroying AC2 and maybe AC3, or just destroying the buildings around them, getting high enough points, and then running a defensive war at home. These are all tactics that you have to employ if you are a small alliance versus far larger, bigger alliances with more active participants. So, just to kind of repeat, you have this tactic called the long road, where you can basically plan ahead, make sure you have a tile in the state you want to attack. You know, you know where your enemy is. You followed the previous 2 videos I said, you know, where you kind of spy and scope out and, you know, map out where your various potential enemies' alliance centers are. And then you can, you know, spend time overnight building the long road. The example I've given of PVD and what they're doing, I mean, as I said, I don't really understand it. I think they've stopped it. I think somebody told them they were being stupid. Maybe not be, yeah, because I have no idea. They spent a long time. You know, they've given up. I think they've abandoned some of these tiles, but they were here for quite a few hours, spending a lot of stamina. And look at how long this thing is, and it really goes nowhere. There's you know, even at this point, they are not even. Well, let's have a look. So that's the center of the screen. Let's zoom out if we can. Can we zoom out? No, of course not, because that bloody arrow is always in the way. Either way, they're at least another 300-400 kilometers away from us, so they either gave up too early, or they're not close enough to make much of a difference even if we were going to be facing them again, which we're not. So that's the tactic, the long road. I feel kind of I worry, should I have said this? Should I say this? You know, but we've used it many times. It's not like we invented it. Lots of other alliances have used it before. And it's just something that, you know, in terms of tactics, and now that we're coming to the end of our season 2, I don't mind sharing something like this. And maybe if you're just starting your season 1, it's something that you can think about using. Other than that, thank you so much. I'll catch you again soon. Yeah, see ya. Bye.